Hello, my name is Patrick Finnery. I will be your mediator today. Been a mediator for 7 years now. I graduated from the University of Virginia for the law degree. I will be a neutral third party for you guys today. Anything that is said, I will not be biased towards, and I will not, whatever said will stay in this room. Nothing will get outside. First of all, I would like to ask, are you guys agreeing to speak voluntarily?
Yes.
Yeah.
And everything we talk about, as I just mentioned, will be confidential and will not leave this room, so please feel comfortable to express your feelings about this particular issue about the University of Oklahoma and the fraternity SAE. If at any time you have questions about this process or concerns about how the mediation is going, please feel free to ask me. During this mediation, there will be an opportunity for a caucus, which means if at any point one of you or I feel that we need one-on-one time to discuss things, then as long as both of you are okay, I will call for a caucus, or I will agree to having a disclosure between us. We will have refreshments by the bathroom. That is, if you walk out the door and take a left, the bathroom is downstairs, and as you walk out just to the right, there'll be refreshments. I'd like to take a moment to set any rules in place that we would like to put in place.
Okay, so let's keep no shouting. Let's keep this civil. Use our inside voices. Let's no name calling.
Yes.
That's a good one.
I would like to add just no judgments towards or stereotypes towards my fraternity. Please.
Yeah, I agree.
Anything else, gentlemen?
No interrupting.
Professional, being professional too, correct?
Yes, let's be professionals.
Is that it?
Yes.
Yeah.
Okay. So at this time, I would like to set an agenda for the mediation so that we can be organized in handling our issues. President of SAE Fraternity at University of Oklahoma, can you please start by stating your case?
Yeah. My name is Brad Cohen. I am the president of SAE at Oklahoma University. I'd like to start by apologizing for the incident that did take place. We accept responsibility for our fraternity, but we do not condone their actions, and we're embarrassed by what these students did. My issue is I feel that the whole fraternity is being punished for the poor choice of a few people, and I just don't feel like that's fair to some of these people who did not do anything wrong. So I'm here today to try to make sure that this chapter does not get get kicked off campus for the mistake of a few ignorant people who are no longer in the school, in the fraternity. They're gone.
Okay. I am the president of the University of Oklahoma, President Boren. I'm here to tell you that I'm here to protect the university's reputation. We want to close your house for these actions, mainly because it's creating an environment for students where some have saying they feel unsafe for these talks to happen, and we have to let other fraternities and sororities know that these kind of things aren't tolerated here. We don't want other people being like, oh, well, they're lenient on them. They should be lenient on us. So, And another thing is that to be a fraternity here, you have to bring something to the improvement of the campus, like the actual like campus life, like Greek life. The whole point of it is to make the school you're in a better place. And as of now, with the things that have happened and in general, we feel that you haven't done what your statement is, and we feel that in order to improve our campus, it'd just be better to not have you around.
Okay, so some of the wants is,
I would like to try to come to some sort of agreement to not punish everybody in this fraternity.
okay,
I'm also concerned about the safety of some of the people in the fraternity as well, people who do not agree with these actions and who are also upset by it, are being threatened and attacked, and yeah, so I feel like something does need to be done about that.
alright.
So my wants are mainly to protect our reputation, to make sure other fraternities know things like fraternities and sororities, that actions like these will not be accepted here. And we want students to feel safe and unthreatened here. And we want to make sure that the fraternities and sororities are actually doing what the purpose of their sorority or fraternity is, and that's to improve campus life.
Alright, so let me quickly go over the wants again, just so I have them down. First of all, you guys, or you want an agreement to not punish every student for the students' behaviors that already got expelled from the university.
Yeah, I feel that not everybody was involved in
Okay.
the students.
Also, safety for members of the fraternity, because some are getting threatened, even though they were not part of it.
Yeah,
You want to protect the reputation of the school. You want to let other frats know that this university is zero tolerance and nothing like this will be accepted ever again. You want the students around the whole university to feel safe. And you want the fraternity and sorority name to improve the campus life, which is what they're pretty much signing up to do when they become a member. Okay, which would you guys like to start with first? Do you want to start with the university's ones, or do you want to start with your?
Well, I mean, this all just comes down to
Yeah.
if we shut them down, like it doesn't matter, like if we make on any of these other agreements. So I feel as though we should talk about that first.
okay.
Okay.
So
So how we're gonna,
what are you proposing? Because as of right now, I'm in the power to shut you guys down, and I just, like I said before, the point of the fraternity is to like improve campus life, and
right,
I don't see how you've done that. So what is your
right, and what I'm asking for is an understanding of that we are extremely embarrassed and apologetic, and we do not tolerate this kind of behavior, and I just think that shutting down the whole fraternity is not fair to people who are doing the right things and who are following the rules, because I do think that they are positive for the campus. There were just some people who didn't belong, and we're going to take care of getting them out of the fraternity. So I guess what I'm asking for is if we could come to any kind of agreement besides being kicked off of campus.
feel as though if we were to kick you off campus, we would suspend you for at least 4 years. Or, because then at that point, all the offending members would clearly be gone by then, and it'll be a whole new group of people, generally. So, if we do that, we'll suspend you for 4 years, and after that, how,
Okay, so then the, so the suspension, the house is closed down, what exactly happens to the members of the fraternity?
the current members of the fraternity, we feel that, as now, as you are right, not all the members were involved, so we can't go and expel every single member of the fraternity. We already expelled the people who made the video. I think that covers that, but to punish them, obviously they can't be part of, let's say, another fraternity or sorority for at least 2 years. And so that'll handle their punishment, as in the fact that if they keep living on campus, they won't be affected. Their school will still be able to attend the school, live in the dorms, and so that's fine.
Okay. I guess my concern is for some of these seniors and juniors, I guess, who I don't feel should be liable for, the poor behavior of some of the other fraternity members. I feel like they're pretty much getting the brunt. I mean, minus the 2 that were expelled, they're getting an extremely harsh punishment for no involvement in the issue.
I mean, unless we can't just have you going around operating like a normal fraternity. We would have to you would have to do something to make up for this if we were to make it back. We can't just have it open up and be like, well, it's not it happened, but oh, we're back open again.
Right, I understand.
There's that wouldn't improve our image. It would show that some people would feel unsafe again. The whole point is you're not bringing anything back to us. If we were to open you up again, what would you bring back to this campus?
Well, I think that a lot of the members of this fraternity are pretty much they're not in agreement with some of the things that were said, and I feel as though there's some kind of, I don't know, maybe fundraisers or different, ways of showing awareness for, I guess, not allowing racism or not being racist. I don't know what kind of things they could do exactly.
So, what if we did not permit you guys to be able to recruit anymore for the 4 years? 4 years, you can't recruit the members you have. If they're willing to stay, they're willing to stay. You can't throw parties other than supervised ones, and that's all we would allow. And even then, they have to be for a certain purpose in the campus, and you would pretty much be strictly, other than a few supervised events, you'd be pretty much there for fundraising, charity work, and so you're pretty much a charity for 4 years.
Okay, can you lay these issues out just so I can?
Yeah, so.
I'm not agreeing to anything yet. There's a lot going on.
Alright, so
there.
we're looking at no new recruits for 4 years, correct?
Yeah.
Supervised parties,
Yes. Supervised events.
supervised events
Yes.
for charity and fundraising, or just
Well,
supervised?
supervised events, and then for, let's say, 4 years, they're going to be pretty much doing charity and service work.
Okay, so we got, let's just go over this one more time. No new recruits for 4 years. Supervised events, 4 years of charity and service work.
Yep.
Is that all?
Yep.
Okay, so is there anything you want to start with first out of those?
I guess, yeah. So with the no new recruits issue, is that, I mean, I understand, so we can't be,
Well, you can't pretty much advertise it. Like, you could, like, obviously if somebody comes up to recruit, you can, but like, you can't like hold big events trying to recruit new people, and you can't participate in Rush Week, I think it is.
yeah.
Yeah.
So pretty much what I think he's saying is there's no new members of your fraternity for 4 years. No recruiting,
Well,
which
you
is
you can no. What I'm saying is you like people can come in, but it's like pretty much they have to know about it and then they'll come in themselves. But you can't like pretty much advertise yourselves and like bring in like huge members during Rush Week. That's what I'm saying.
Right, and I understand, but I feel like with this awful publicity that we have right now, that's gonna cause, I mean, if we can't recruit, I'm kind of concerned that we're gonna go away.
Well, you see, the thing is, right now I'm being lenient because the other option to this is to straight up shut you guys down.
So then, does this mean that the house stays open then? Is that what we're,
Let's say the house will be closed till the end of the term, but after the term, the house will reopen itself.
so then starting next
Yes.
fall, the house
Yes.
is, okay, I can agree, I feel like it's fair that we will not be able to advertise for new recruits,
Yes.
but if people do come, we can.
Yeah, if people, let's say, want to join you after they see your charity work or anything like that, yes.
Okay,
Yes.
and that is for 4 years,
Yes.
starting,
Starting at this term, let's say, so you have, so pretty
So-
much second term after these 4 years, so,
okay, so 4 years from
yeah, from.
the winter term.
Yeah.
Okay,
well, they're on semesters, guys. Just sorry for sidebar.
Yeah.
Like we're using terms or semesters.
yeah,
semesters.
yeah, I meant,
So
Yeah, yeah, semesters, so, in 8 semesters then?
yeah, okay. So,
so no advertising new recruits for 4 years starting the new semester.
Yep.
okay, and okay, and then we're agreeing that the house will reopen in the fall.
Yes.
of 2015.
2015 fall term, it'll reopen.
Okay, and, I guess then, so none of the members, the 2 that were punished,
Yes.
they're gone?
Yeah, they're gonna be gone.
And none of the other members are facing any suspensions from school or
No.
school? Nothing, okay.
I mean, obviously, once it becomes more of a charity organization, they'll have to do more hours of
Right.
community service.
But there won't be nothing that'll affect their
No
schoolwork?
hard punishment, they'll still be able to attend school.
Okay, okay, I can,
Okay,
we can move to the next.
so you're also agreeing to that you're only sponsored events and you're gonna do more charity?
Do you guys want to take these on as separate issues?
Yeah, let's talk about these.
So do you guys want to go with supervised events right now?
Yeah, I just, to understand how all this is going to.
Okay, so
to work.
normally, obviously, with other fraternities, supervised events are just where we have sort of faculty there, and so we're saying the only types of events you do have, you're gonna have to have some sort of faculty there to see what's going on, so obviously that'll make sure nothing wrong is happening.
Okay, so like, is this, so you're talking like with, like, these are like,
Make it, but it has to be supervised. So let's say you throw like some sort of party, It'll be a supervised event.
Who's supervising?
Some sort of faculty member, like a professor or something.
Okay. And just to clarify, the supervision, is that to just kind of, I don't know, I guess make sure that.
Yeah,
the
make sure
fraternity
everything's
is
in line, yes.
doing okay.
Yeah.
And then, so then, my next question then is, are parties, like, are we allowed to throw parties? Weekend parties, like,
Obviously, as long as if you're doing nothing illegal, yes.
what about, the issue with alcohol? Is there gonna be,
No, obviously during a supervised event, no alcohol.
there will be no alcohol?
Yes.
Okay. Okay, I guess then that I can agree to the supervision and how.
Yes.
So supervised event or party, no alcohol at all.
Yes.
Not even a third junior or senior and over 21.
Yep.
Okay.
How long is it?
That's for 4 years, correct?
4 years.
And that's for all 4 years for supervised parties
Yep.
/ events.
And then, so you will be providing the supervisor, right?
Yes, yeah,
Okay.
yeah.
Okay. Now 4 years of charity service or charity and service work.
Yeah, okay, so what this entitles is that members of your fraternity will have to complete more hours, and especially ones who were members during this happened, they have to at least complete 50 more hours during the year.
Okay.
So, that is how we're going to punish you, like the members individually as a whole for the thing, 50 more for each of them. And if you do, normally every member, other than the 50 added on, will have to complete 100 more due to the fact that now you are solely just a charity and like charities and raising money. So,
Okay, so I'm a little bit, I guess, you're gonna punish, or you're gonna add 50 hours
yes,
to
every
each per,
yeah, in total, like everybody's like you have like saying everybody's gonna have the 100. So, but any new members you get won't have the extra 50 though. So like currently all your members will have 150 extra hours to complete by the end of the year. But that 50 will only be for 1 year, while the extra 100 will be for at least 4 years.
okay,
So, and the only members who would have to do that are the members you currently have right now.
I just feel like that these students are being punished for something that they did not agree with and they weren't involved with.
Yeah, but the thing is that this is to show that the fraternity itself is willing to make up for these 2 members, because you guys, fraternities are supposed to be family, they're supposed to be brothers, and while those 2 people, you may not agree with what they said, this is just showing, improving your reputation, and this is to show the campus and us as the administrators that you are willing to do this in order for us to look at you in a positive light again.
At this moment, I would like to call for a caucus for this
Okay,
topic. I would like the university to step out first, so I can work with the president of the fraternity. There's restroom down there to the right. Thank you, sir. Okay. So, what do you think is fair when it comes to charity and service work?
I mean, I agree with with charity and service work. We, as a fraternity, we are all for, I mean, that's a big part of what we do.
Do you know what charity you guys are affiliated with?
We're affiliated with quite a few. Our main charity that we work with is the Alzheimer's Association.
Okay.
And I feel like, I guess my concern is what this extra, I mean, I'm okay with extra community service. We're taking responsibility for what happened.
It's the number of hours that.
Yeah, I just need to know exactly what it is that we're gonna be required to do, cause he could say, you know, every member has another 50 hours, but does that involve us doing different events, or how are we gonna go about?
Okay. What are you okay with when it comes to the number of hours for the people that were involved that are still in school compared to the students that weren't even on the bus or that had no partake in it at all?
Yeah, see, that's another, it's unfortunate that I do not have much say in how, you know, I'm trying to, get the school and I guess the whole country to forgive, this fraternity, because we don't condone this, so I'm
So what's the amount of hours you think is fair for, because you also gotta look in terms at seniors in June, like senior wouldn't have as much time to do as a freshman.
right, okay, yeah, I feel like the seniors right now, I mean, there's really not much time left in the term, and I don't think it's possible that they're going to get 50 extra hours in.
It says seniors community service hours
Oh,
for what you think.
so I mean, I think it would be fair to add
25.
20,
Okay.
cause you gotta think that, I mean, I guess.
20 hours till graduation.
Yeah, which is what, a month and a half from now, maybe 2 months, probably 2 months,
Because they've because they probably, I want to say May,
yeah.
early May, mid-May they graduate.
Okay, so less than, or about 2 months, I feel like 20 hours is reasonable for the seniors.
Okay, for the Alzheimer's Association.
Yeah,
Okay.
and then with, I guess then I'm kind of trying to understand how, I mean, are we gonna punish, or is he gonna be punishing people who were on the bus differently than other members of the fraternity, or is this just gonna be like a blanket, everybody's following?
I think he's trying to do, personally, I don't even know if I'm allowed to say this. Personally, I think he's trying to do he's looking at it as, when you join the fraternity, you guys are all brothers, so
Okay.
you have to do the same amount of work as the other brothers.
Right, yeah, I understand that.
So for everybody else that's not a senior, what do you think is fair? What would you be willing for your most, but what do you want?
I mean, for the most, I guess I can't disagree with 50 because I don't have much leverage right now, but I would be looking for 30 hours.
Okay.
And I mean, we would be willing to, and this can be disclosed, we would be willing to hold, events, like different charity events to, you know, instead of just like, I mean, 30 hours of community service, I understand that, but also like, just to make, things, I guess, to try to like mend
Right.
this relationship, you know, hold different charity events, and it's,
I mean, 30 hours of community service, if you, like, if the Alzheimer's Association has a walk, that's 8 hours of community service right there, so
Right.
that'd only be 4 times,
right,
4 walks.
right, okay, and I guess my other concern, when does this have to be done by, or I mean, that's another question I would have from,
Are you wanting it done by, like, by the time they graduate, or are you wanting them ideally to have it done by, like, the end of the next school year? Not the semester, the whole year.
Yeah, I feel like, I guess I can agree that each student, it doesn't matter, junior, whatever, below, should have the hours done by the next year. Cause you do, like, I mean, he does have to understand that these are students.
And you said that I can disclose which information? They're willing to hold.
Willing to hold different events, charity events,
And this.
and, yeah, the timing that I feel,
Okay, let me bring him in. If you would please follow me and I will lead you, so that hopefully we can get this settled.
righty,
Thank you, sir.
yep.
Mr. President, you can come in now.
President Board.
Okay, so seeing that the Alzheimer's Association is our main charity, is that who you would wanna do the community service for?
They get to choose who they do their community service for. It's just that whoever they
Okay.
do it for, they do it for.
Okay. As far as hours, do you wanna separate it from seniors that are graduating in 2 months? And then are gonna have less?
Yeah, like seniors, I feel 50 hours in like 2 months is a little ridiculous. I mean, you can tell this when he gets back. Maybe that'll get like 20.
So you're saying 20?
Yeah, for seniors.
Okay.
But juniors should have plenty of time to finish them.
Okay, 1 second, please. Seniors, juniors and under. So how many hours do you think juniors and under should have, and how long?
Well, I'm just saying add 100 to their current total, like whatever they
Right.
already have to do.
So 100,
Yes.
and when does it have to be done?
That's just by the end of their normal time when all their hours have to be done. So, but like this is like clearly for next year because in 2 months. all
So
these
let's say.
This is like for the start of next year.
Alright, so let's say just 1 year, they have that whole year,
Yeah,
academic
so-
school year
Yeah,
to
they
do
have
it.
all their regular community plus these 100. So, and
Alright, he said that he is willing to hold other charity events as well. And then as to when they're done by, you guys will be in agreement, cause he said he soon has to have hours done by the end of next year.
yes,
Okay, let me bring him back in.
yeah.
President of SAE, come on in. Thank you, sir.
Yep.
Okay, so let's talk about seniors for community service hours.
Yeah.
I'll
For
let you go first.
obviously adding like 50 hours onto a senior who only has 2 months left, it's a little ridiculous. So for the seniors, I feel as though they will only have to do 20 hours, which is doable within 2 months. That's not that bad. So 20 hours for seniors, but for the rest of them, they have to do the others because juniors and the other juniors, sophomores, and freshmen. Like this doesn't have to be done by the end of the year. This is just like done. Like the punishment of the extra 50s, that's just like by the end of their terms here. But like normally they have the 100 hours added on to whatever normal normally your fraternity has for their community service hours.
Wait, so you wanna add how many hours then?
100 per year for how many ever you actually have on there.
So 50 hours, another 50
But that
hours.
50 can be completed within the final years here, like throughout.
I'm confused where the 100.
Let's start out with seniors. Let's just start out. Let's slow down and just start out with seniors and get to agreement with the seniors.
Yeah. So for the seniors, just 20 hours. They'll be
Right.
able to complete that they have to complete that by their graduation.
By graduation, okay.
Yes.
Is there any, like requirement where this has to be done?
No,
It's
you can
just-
choose where you do it. It's your choice.
Okay.
So you're good with 20 hours
Yeah.
for the seniors?
Mm-hmm.
Okay. Now let's get down to the juniors, sophomores, and freshmen.
Yeah. Like I was saying before we took the caucus, that on top of the 100 that we are going to, like, extra that we're adding, like, because like we said, we're adding 100 extra per year, because now you're mainly just a charity organization, and so your community service hours should reflect that. There will be 50 service hours they have to do as like sort of their slap on the wrist for what happened here. Like if they're freshmen, they have till the end, till they graduate to complete those up to
Okay.
50. Juniors have a year to do that. Sophomores have whenever they have to. And like before, wherever you choose to do these hours is wherever you choose to do these hours. We're not going to force you to do anything. It's
Okay.
just if you complete the hours, you complete the hours.
Okay, and then I was just, before, what were you talking about with the 100?
Well, because you normally frats have the community service hours that they have to do by the end of the year.
Right.
We're saying add 100 hours onto that extra community service, like
All for the whole
yes.
fraternity? Okay. And then, so I guess I agree, or, I'm comfortable with the juniors and sophomores, completing the extra
Yeah.
50 hours.
And the freshmen too.
Yeah, the
Yeah.
freshmen too. And then, so moving forward, is this like incoming members too are gonna be required to fulfill?
Yes, until 4 years are up, because this is like the 4-year punishment. So after the 4 years are up, the extra community service hours aren't going to be required anymore.
So, okay, so you do feel that it's necessary to punish the new recruits that come into our fraternity by adding 50 hours to their,
Well, no. That's the 100 like the frat has to complete on top of that. They won't be affected by the 50.
Okay.
New recruits will not be affected by the 50.
okay, so, okay, then yeah, I've come to an understanding of, the 50 hours getting done from the freshman.
Yes,
sophomore,
yes,
junior.
because that's their slap on the wrist. But like as like a community service group as a total, you have to do the extra 100 hours.
Okay, so how do these, like, are you talking like events, the whole fraternity holding
Yeah,
events?
events like
Or can one member go out and do extra community
Pretty
service
much.
and that?
you just have to get the hours.
Okay.
Are you guys in agreement?
Yeah,
Okay, so that agreement is 100 total.
100 total hours.
Hours,
For, the,
Fraternities, community service hours.
100 total hours
for the fraternity.
for freshmen through juniors.
Well, wouldn't that just be,
That's the fraternity. But no, what we're saying for
No.
the seniors themselves are only getting like
They're only getting 20. That's what I'm
Like-
saying. So
no, but that was only because that's the slap on the wrist 50 hours for every member who's currently involved. This is like for
okay,
like
so 100 hours for the fraternity.
yeah.
yeah, because our fraternity is required.
And new recruits will not be liable.
Liable to the extra 50, that's the punishment for the current.
Okay.
Okay, so are we done with the charity issue?
Yes. I mean,
Okay, so we're done with that.
okay.
Now what about safety for members of the frat?
Yeah, so my issue with this is that, members of this fraternity are being, I guess, targeted by other people. I know there's been threats, there's been people being attacked, there's been vandalism. And I'm just asking that the school does something, to try to keep members of my fraternity safe.
I feel as though we can't assign campus safety to watch over you guys, so I feel as though to do that, we'd probably have to collaborate some sort of event to show an apology, so people can obviously, the students here will feel safer about it, and your students, they'll stop being punished. Because we, honestly, like I said, we can't just assign more campus safety to like follow around your frat brothers.
Okay, so that, this event, like what,
I don't know, it'll just be more like like a public, like, apology, be like a sort of speech type. It's not really like an event.
yeah, I got
But
you.
like, it's like we'll get like, say it, we'll record it, and we'll put it online, people who are there will hear it. And so it's just pretty much like a formal apology for like the entire thing. And we'll say the punishments that have happened, to show that we have punished who are involved and the frat in general, so.
Okay, do you feel like, there is like some kind of, I'm definitely willing to, do that, to make a public apology and, ask for forgiveness. I'm just wondering if it's possible for the school to also make,
We will make a statement saying that it's like, even though a couple of the members may have done something wrong, it's not right to punish them completely like that, so we'll make sure that we'll say something on your behalf so that they don't keep targeting your guys specifically, and your apology will cover our side of the safety, and the other students will feel safe to having your organization around. So I feel as this handles safety on both ends.
okay. I agree.
Alright, so the agreement here is that there will be a press conference,
Yeah, we will hold,
that has a public apology.
yes. I mean, also to inform the students and people that our fraternity does not agree with that, that's not how we
Yeah.
do things, and, okay. Now, is that, something that will come directly from me as the president, or would you
It
like a
Could
student
be from
president?
any of
It
it.
doesn't matter?
Yeah,
Okay.
like a couple of speakers, like just a speech from you guys in general, we'll send the representative for us to help, so.
Okay, we'll have, so I will make a public apology, and I'll also have the, student president
Okay,
of the fraternity make.
and then we'll have our statement saying that you guys can't be targeted for violence. Yes, I'll be the one to make that.
Okay,
Is that it?
Yeah, that covers safety on both ends then.
mhm.
Trying to think what the next one is. I mean, protect reputation is, we're pretty much doing that with this 4-year suspension. Other frats to know there's zero tolerance, that kind of goes along with community service. Students feel safe, we just talked about that, improved campus life.
Okay, but so I'd also like you to know that with this agreement that this is pretty much your only error, like a forgiveness, because something happens like this again, like you guys are done. This is like your probation.
Okay,
Like this is the only bit of lenience you'll get here.
okay, I feel as
Okay.
though that's fair, and I feel like that we are gonna weed out the people that don't belong
Yeah.
and do things that our fraternity feels is right.
Yes.
Alright, so you guys are in agreement with everything?
Yes.
Let me go over the terms, yeah, so, as a, really quickly. So, there's a 4-year suspension for the fraternity, no advertising to get new recruits for 4 years, starting the new semester, correct?
Yes.
The house reopens in the fall semester of 2015.
Mhm.
There will be supervised parties / events for 4 years. That includes no alcohol, even if you're 21.
Correct.
For seniors, when it comes to the community service, they get an additional 20 hours, and they have to have that completed by graduation.
Okay.
For everybody else, it's a total of 100 hours for the whole frat, and they have that year, correct, to get it done by?
No, that's for 4
No,
years.
for the 4 years?
Yeah,
Alright, sorry.
and that's the isn't there still
There's still the punishment of 50
50 hours for each?
for each member who's currently.
Yeah, okay.
Okay.
So yes.
And also for the community service hours, there's no new recruits are liable.
For the for the extra 50
They don't have to
hours.
do anything.
Yeah. For
That
that.
is, yes, correct.
Yes.
And then for safety, you guys will be holding a press conference with a public apology from the fraternity and informing other students that this is not tolerated and this is not how you guys are representing the university.
Correct. Yeah.
Have I missed anything?
No, I think that covers everything.
All right, gentlemen, well, thank you very much for coming in today. I'm very glad that we got through this in a nice civil manner where there was no stereotypes or just 100% professionalism. Thank you for coming in today.
Thanks, boss.
Thank you for coming in today. And you guys are not gonna shake each other's hands, okay? Great.